KMES English Medium Junior College welcome its 11th standard student for the online lecture of psychology for chapter 6 stress. For the topic stressor and their types. Students, in the previous lecture of stress, we have seen about the two topics being well adjusted and types of stress. In being well adjusted, we have seen the stress is a feeling, experience, when an individual feels the demand exceeds his personal and social resources that he can mobilize. Individual response to stress can be different. It determines the effect of stress upon him. Two instant or two less stress level of stress affect an individual performance negatively. Moderate level of stress lead to optimal performance. Coming to the second topic, we have seen types of stress. We have studied about the four types of stress: hypostress, hyperstress, eustress, and distress. Hypostress. It is a type of stress which is experienced when individual have nothing to do at all. It is insufficient amount of stress. Here people persist for no longer time. People get bored. Such type of situation result in hypostress. People with hypostress usually work on unchallenging jobs that demotivate them. So, hypostress may be due to work under load. Second type of stress that we have seen is hyperstress. Hyperstress caused due to extreme pressurizing conditions. Hyperstress may result in panic attack. It is like dropping temper. It leads to frustration. Hyperstress is a high stress. Third type of stress is eustress. It is a good stress. According to a psychologist, Webster, eustress is a positive form of stress having a beneficial effect on health, motivation, performance, and emotional well-being. Coming to fourth type of stress is distress. Distress is a negative type of stress. Individuals experience it when the normal routine is constantly adjusted. There are two types of distress, acute and chronic. Acute distress is intense, short-term, negative stress. It occurs when there is a sudden change in routine. Chronic distress is long-lasting, recurrent negative stress. It causes constant change in the routine for a long period of time. It is a worst type of stress. This was the four types of stress that we have studied in the previous chapter. Apart from it, we have also studied about the general adaptation syndrome. We have seen that there are three stages of general adaptation syndrome: alarm stage, resistance stage, and exhaustion stage. Now, coming to the next topic of this chapter. Students, in this chapter stress, we are coming to 6.3, that is stressor and then type. In this, we are going to study about two types of stress, the stressor, that is 6.3.1, internal stressor, and 6.3.2, that is external stressor. Stressor in an environmental condition, external stimuli, or an event that causes stress to an organism. There are two types of stressor, internal stressor and external stressor. Let's study each of the stressor in detail. Students, stress can be classified into various forms like physical stress, environmental stress, psychological stress, and social stress. All these types are interrelated. Here we are going to study about the internal and the external stressor. Internal and external stressor come under psychological stress. These are the stresses that is generated by us in our mind. They are called as internal stressors. They are the result of personal and unique experience of an individual. When we are worried about our problem, we feel anxious and become depressed. These are not only reactions to stressor, but they cause a further stress. For example, if a child is hungry and not or not well, do not have same level of intelligence as required per the requirement of the course. It may act as internal stressor. Internal stressors are stress within us, and we have to deal with them by ourselves. So, internal stressor is stress that is within the mind of an individual. An individual has to help himself to come out of this sort of stress. External stressor. External stressor is a kind of environmental stress. Environmental stressors are a set of our surroundings that are often unavoidable. Examples of environmental stress are crowding, noise, extreme heat, etc. A variety of events and environmental demand cause us to experience stress, including routine hassles, such as dealing with difficult co-worker, one-time events that alter our life, such as marriage, childbirth, changing job, etc. Ongoing long-term demand, such as dealing with chronic disease or caring for a child or a sick family member. Environmental stressor can even lead to frustration. Noisy, crowding, strict teacher or parent, weak economic condition, or lack of space may act as an external stressor. External stressors are stress resulting from outside environment. External stressors lead to frustration. Frustration is a result of blocking a goal-directed activity. When someone hinders us from achieving the desired goal, it leads to frustration. For example, a student is preparing for an exam, but he is unable to recall the answer when required. Secondly, forgetting PIN while using ATM machine, or forgetting password while you need to use your email ID urgently. All such goal-directed activities, if blocked, lead to frustration. It is a common emotional response related to anger or disappointment. When an individual is highly motivated to achieve something and when his goal-directed behavior is blocked by an obstacle, it results in frustration. So, external stressor is the stress that is caused by an environment. External stressor can lead to frustration. Coming to the next topic of today's lecture, that is conflict of motive. Conflict of life trouble. Conflict is probably the most common. It is also one of the major sources of stress. Conflict may occur between two or more incompatible needs or motives. For example, whether to study German language or a French language, or whether to choose between psychology or sociology. It is conflict of motives. Sometimes you are forced to do something that is against your wish or value system, leading to conflict. Conflict is mainly observed by adolescents. When an adolescent has more than one goal to choose, he experiences conflicts of motive. If he finds it difficult to resolve, he experiences stress. Conflict is a Latin word which means striking two things at the same time. Conflicts of motive refer to the clash between two or more equally strong and incompatible motives occurring at the same time that compel an individual to make a choice. Lewin talked about valency or value of goal, which is attractive or unattractive, because of which an individual either wants to achieve or avoid the goal. Let us look some of the situations of different types of conflicts of motive. Reshma has to choose between participating in skating competition or singing competition. Both of these fall on the same day and the same time. She likes both of them. Second conflict of motive is Mehmet has to choose between cleaning the dish and sweeping the floor, and he does not like to do either. 4. Sikandar loves to watch movies all the time, but he has also realized that he will fail his exam if he keeps on doing it. Next. Cloven has to choose between using cycle or motorcycle for communication. He likes cycling because it is eco-friendly, but it is very time-consuming. On the other hand, he likes motorcycle also because it is fast, but then it causes pollution. So these are different examples of conflicts of motive. Let us see each type of conflicts of motive. There are 4 types of conflicts of motive that we are going to do. That is approach, avoidance, avoidance, and double avoidance. Coming to the first one, that is approach conflict. In Reshma's example, that is she likes both skating and singing, and both the competition fall on the same day and same time. Here, she has to choose between goals she likes. This is approach conflict. It means a person is simultaneously attracted by 2 appealing goals. Imagine a teen who wants to go for a party or a picnic on the same day, and he has to choose between one of the goals. He is experiencing approach conflict. Here, there is a conflict between 2 positive and attractive goals. The decision will depend on attractiveness of the goal and its valency may change. For example, while going for a party with a friend and picnic with a parent and adolescent can make a choice depending on whether he gives importance to the parent or peer. Here, an individual may become happy with his choice he has made and he may give up the other goal. Such type of goal is called approach goal, where 2 goals have a positive consequence. Coming to the second type of motive, that is avoidance motive. In Mahmood's case, that is, he has to choose between cleaning the dish or sweeping a floor. He is repelled by both the goals, but he has to choose one. This is avoidance conflict. Here, a person is confronted with 2 undesirable or threatening possibilities. People usually try to escape from both. A student does not want to study, nor does he want to fail in exam. He has to accept one of the goals and he does not have choice between them. He is experiencing avoidance conflict. These conflicts involve 2 goals with negative values. An individual is forced to make choice between 2 negative and unattractive goals. In the example of Mahmood, who does not want to study nor does he want to fail in exam, he has to make a choice between them. Here a person can get relief that he can avoid at least one. So in avoidance conflict, there are two negative and unattractive goals. Coming to the third type of conflict, that is approach avoidance conflict. In case of Sikandar, that is, Sikandar loves to watch movie all the time. But he realized that watching movie would lead him to fail his exam. Sikandar is attracted and gets repelled by the same goal of watching movie. This is approach avoidance conflict. A teenager likes to eat pastries, cake, pizza, but she does not want to gain weight. She is experiencing approach avoidance conflict. This type of conflict is very difficult to resolve as an individual is attracted and repelled by the same goal. There is only one goal. It has both positive as well as negative values. There are three possible reactions in such a situation. Like she gives importance to positive value and relishes a cake, or she is too cautious about negative value and avoid having food, or she leaves the goal altogether to avoid this situation. In such a case, the positive and negative valency of the same goal is common. These types of goal is most difficult to resolve as an individual does not have any choice. He has to accept the consequence of his choice. So, in approach avoidance conflict, a same goal has both positive and negative consequences. Coming to the fourth type of conflict, that is double approach avoidance conflict. Clovis has to choose between riding a bicycle or a motorcycle. Both the choice have positive and negative approach. So, double approach avoidance conflict are often combinations in complex patterns. Here, the double approach conflict results. A girl wants to get married to a boy who is not approved by her parents. If she listens to her parents and does not get married to the boy will be disappointed. And if she marries to that boy, her parents will be disappointed. In either case, she has to lose one of the relations. She is facing double approach avoidance conflict. Here, an individual faces conflict between two or more goals which have equal positive and negative values. However, an individual is always disappointed with the choice she made, as she has to lose the other goal. So, in double approach avoidance conflict, there is more than one goal. Both the goals has both positive and negative consequences. So this was all about conflict of motive. Students, in the next lesson, or lecture, we shall study about coping with stress.